Africa, hello Nigeria, hello the rest of the world. It is my mega pleasure and wonderful opportunity to share another interesting piece of my mind with those that care to listen. The topic of my vlog today is beware of African families more than friends and enemies. It is so weird to express an opinion like this that African families should be more careful about than friends and enemies. Because from the simple definition of family, family is supposed to be the smallest and closest unit of society. Family should be the most trusted and reliable part of every human, but from the occurrences and experiences in Africa, it seems families are more dangerous than even the so-called enemies and betrayal friends. It is so heartbroken to know that trusted member of families have caused untimely grave for so many vulnerable people who put absolute and unalienated trust on their families. I would like us to take a close look at what is happening in different parts of African communities. I'm not restricting my view to Nigeria alone, but it cuts across all African countries. It is completely unbelievable and unimaginable to know that the downfall of many have been caused by their so-called immediate family members. There is an adage in my local dialect that says "Kádìjú ká ṣe bí ẹni kú, ká wo ẹni tí ó sunkún ẹni." The meaning of this proverb is that let us pretend and close our eyes as if we are dead, and let us see those that will cry and really express sincere feelings. Most of the so-called trusted ones, most of the so-called close family members, they will even be the first to express their joys that the idiots have departed. From the experience in Europe, America, Australia, Asia, to mention a few, a lot of Africans who are living in diaspora have been betrayed and brought down to their knee, if not untimely grave, by their family members. How can one justify the fact that after one has diligently, carefully labored for so many years, all in an hope to raise fund to start a business or to build a structure back home, only at the end to discover that those whom he or she has entrusted his capital on has done nothing with all the so-called struggle. It is heartbroken. It is completely sad that this is happening a lot in our communities in Africa. I know of a Kenya who reside in Britain after carefully labored for so many years, working consistently round the clock just to make sure that she raised money to start a business back home, to be precise, an hotel business, including restaurants. This young Kenyan lady, was sending money to her own biological mother as the most trusted person to help her erect those structures that she will be needed to commence her business after retiring from her hustling in Europe. But unfortunately, instead of the so-called mother to be using her daughter's money to do what the daughter expected her to do for her, instead of her, the mother, to invest her daughter's money wisely for her future plans, the mother did completely opposite. Instead, the mother was using her daughter's struggle to satisfy her selfish, myopic, and emotional needs. To be precise, the mother was using her daughter's money on her young boyfriend. She was lavishing all her daughter's struggle in United Kingdom on a small boy who was satisfying her sexual and emotional needs. At the end of the day, when the daughter asked and she expected the project to have been completed, the mother took pictures of other people's projects and sent them to the daughters with the disguise that she has completed the project back home. The lady was so happy. He stopped her work in United Kingdom. He bade farewell. He celebrated a big party with her friends in the UK that at last she will be heading home to be the CEO of her home business and expecting life to be blossom back home. When she got to Kenya, to her own amazement and surprise, she got the biggest shock of her life. She went home only to discover that the mother has lavished all her struggle day and night in United Kingdom on her little concubine. Upon hearing this, the lady lost her sanity. She became insane instantly because it was completely beyond her wildest imagination that her own biological mother could do this to her. There are a series of cases like this, so I'm just using this as a case study. A lot of Nigerians who are living in diaspora, we are doing jobs that do not befit our potential. We are doing jobs that's mentally and physically demanding. And we all know that the system, our body, will not allow this type of job for long. A lot of us are committing our wealth back home, all in the hope of retiring to the country home. So be careful of who you are committing your wealth to. My greatest advice is that if you want to do anything tangible, if you want to do any project that your future retirement directly depends on, I will encourage you to go to the country, to go to your country, to go and monitor your project. Don't trust anyone. There are a lot of vampires in Africa. A lot of them, they are having a contrary opinion. They thought as if Nigerians living in diaspora are picking money on the street. They felt that it is easy to make money across African border. But this is completely opposite. This is not true. In the developed country, a white man does not give a free lunch. You have to work very hard, diligently, and committedly for for every cent or dollar or euro you earn. But some of us living in diaspora, we are the architects of our own problem. I cannot imagine a man who does a cleaning job or a security job in Europe with all his academic or qualification, going back home and giving the people false impression as if he works in a multinational company. Some Nigerians abroad, they are so arrogant, they are so fake to the extent that when they visit their country home, they lodge in expensive hotels just to create a false and a stupid impression that they are doing ultimately well in diaspora. I will encourage all Nigerians, let us be sincere to ourselves. Let us be true, let us be sincere to ourselves. Let us express the real condition, the real situation we are passing through abroad, so that people back home, they will respect every little extension of charity or giving to them. That is the reason sometimes when you send money down home, people don't even call you to express appreciation, because in their own stupid, barbaric, and myopic thinking, they felt that how could he or she send this little token to me without knowing that that little token has taken or has cost the sender some good number of hours he or she should have committed to relax. So Nigerians, let us be sincere with ourselves. Let us be realistic. Let us stop living a fake lifestyle. You cannot impress no one. It is only a fool that is trying to impress and satisfy others. Being real is the most important thing in life. In being real, that is when you enjoy true comfort and happiness. Don't allow people's opinion to become your reality. Let us be the driver of our own life. Let us be the pilot of our own affairs. You are owing no one. Stop giving impression, be real to yourself. And in conclusion, I will encourage you all Africans in diaspora once again to know the type of family members you commit your life expectation to. No, I understand the family member that is trying to help you monitor your project home. Instead, or perhaps, I will encourage everyone to be close to your project back home. Don't trust anyone. Don't trust anybody because family has done more havoc. They have done more evil to their close one. Thank you for listening to this video. If you find this video interesting, please like and share to share the awareness to create to create sensation, to sensitize ourselves about the danger of trusting unworthy family members. Thank you. Peace and love.